What's up with that?
Yeah. Welcome back, everybody. It's your boy, Unorthodox Style, Street Minister King Kali. Always out here grinding for God. You already know what time it is. It's the community outreach segment, the all-new live video podcast TV show on the Coyote Man Show Network, Hulu, Amazon Fire TV. You can download it in the iOS and the Android system. So we back once again. You know I like to bring in the hitters. This week is a special segment with my uncle here. And I'm going to introduce him here in a moment. Well, matter of fact, I'm going to let my uncle introduce himself because he's that type of stand-up guy. I'm going to tell you what, this man is moving in the community in a major way. He's creating positive spaces. He's coming and delivering everywhere he goes with his crazy new songs and all this stuff he got going. But before I get into that, let's go into some upcoming events. I believe right off the top of my head, next Saturday, September the 10th, Daryl Harrison Crime Victims Foundation, in collaboration with the Triangle Resource and many others, will be down in Waldorf at the Salvation Army between 11 and 5. We're doing what we do. We're building positive spaces. We're bringing music. We're bringing entertainment. We're bringing the word of God, speakers, all of that. It's all about pushing for peace and prosperity, everybody. It's the humanitarian peace project, man. We remapping here, changing mindsets, aspects, and perspectives, baby. Let's go. So then later on that evening, I will be with Travis Velaz and Zolef Entertainment, my man Shamrock Denzel, and All the Way Up Entertainment, and they are shooting this new movie called The Hidden Secrets, man. It's live. I'm gonna be co-starring, not starring in it, but I'm actually in the movie. We're gonna be shooting up in Washington, D.C. at the courthouse in D.C. If you want more information, hit me up. We are looking for extras, ladies and gentlemen. We need bodies to come out of all colors, races, and religions, creeds, or whatever. Come out and fill the courtroom up because we're gonna be shooting scenes. I might be going to jail. I might be getting locked up in the joint. But hey, it is what it is. So that's some upcoming stuff. Got to give a shout out to all the other brothers and sisters that's grinding. Queen Afi, Domestic Violence Wears Many Tags. We got, Daryl Harrison, Crime Victim Foundations, Ann Coles, Overseer Dr. Ann Coles, and Kingdom Life Outreach Ministries, Team Maranatha. We got the Stonehouse Crew. We got a whole bunch of different crews that are out there pushing. Right. They're out there pushing in these streets. See, a lot of people talk about there's no spaces out here. We want change. No, ladies and gentlemen, there are brothers and sisters out here. There are organizations out here. We grinding. We're putting the information out. We need y'all to really utilize this and come on out and join us. The strength is in the numbers. We got to get out here and we got to get the information put out there as much as we can possible. All right, so let's just move into what I love to do best. All right. I love bringing out stories how a pain can turn into a purpose, how the light can shine from the dark, how real roses can grow out of concrete. You hear me? And these stories are real. And if you go back to the first episode and maybe a onesie or twosie here, and it might not have been so tragic of a devastation that catapulted somebody into a positive space, but these stories are real, and I've exposed them. So go on the Coyote Man Show Network and go back and look at the rest of them. Comment, talk to us. If you got any questions, you can interact while we live on the feed on www.coyotemanonline.com/what's-up-with-that. So moving on, let's move on. So pain for a purpose. First, before we get in that, let me introduce the community advocate that I look up to. I really, truly do. I thank God for guiding me in these different ways. See, my spiritual father grabbed me up about a year and some change ago. And as I was walking down there, I had made a prayer or two, said, God, remove everybody in my life that's not here to do your will. And please bring forth all of the people that will. And all of a sudden, these people just started exiting out of my life. Right. And all of a sudden, these new people start surfacing, like my spiritual father, Pastor Daryl Harrison.
Big Daryl.
And through that, I was able to meet my uncle.
Yeah.
And when you know people that are connected by God and the Holy Spirit, immediately that connection is there. You know it. Mm-hmm. So boom, I met him, shook his hand, boom, oh, man of God, I already know this. My uncle, okay, no brainer here, family. This is also, Lord, bringing in somebody into my life that's gonna help me do his will. And he does that through music and through his personality, his outgoing inspiration, and you're a heavy hitter out here. You're heavy. Yeah. So matter of fact, let's give it to him, man. Introduce yourself, where you're from, a little bit about where you at, where you went to school. Come on, give me the 411. Come on, up. Here it is.
Big shout to you, my brother, my nephew.
Yeah, man.
Big shout to the, what's up with that family.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm DC's own DJ Mellow T.
DJ Mellow T?
Recording artist straight out of Southeast DC.
Yeah.
It's a long, that's a long situation, what you asked me to say, so I'm gonna shorten it up.
Well, let's hit back and forth. I tell you what, where'd you go to school at? Where you go to high school at?
Oh, Southeast DC, Northeast, Eastern High School, Chamberlain High School.
Jumping around a little bit.
Well, you know, it's Southeast, Northeast, you know,
okay.
Whatever.
Okay.
You know Eastern High School.
Tell me what you do now. What you currently doing right now?
Oh, for the longest time, national recording artist. Just been DJing a lot of places and made the transition from I'm a former member of the rap group DJ Cool.
Okay.
My cousin started me in the business a long time ago.
Nice.
And, I branched off.
Yeah.
Fast forward, I branched off and,
Before you drop some bombs and let them know what's going on.
Yeah.
Let's get into, so you from Southeast DC?
Absolutely.
All right, so you grew up in the time of like 80s, 70s, 80s?
80s.
80s,
yeah.
80s, early 90s, something like that?
Yeah.
Not trying to come for your age from that, because you look very good.
80s.
But by the way, 80s, so this time, the drug pandemic, the crack pandemic, Rayful Edmonds era, like it was a very wild era. So I know you dealt with a lot of tragedy growing up, because like I tell you, I got to bring a positive from a negative. So when you were growing up in a real rough environment, man, what you say? What you got to say about that? Broken homes, all that good stuff?
Yep. I had a great home coming up, and then my mom got sick. And so that transitioned me into a couple of foster homes.
Oh, wow.
So I got acclimated to that outside of your house lifestyle. Mm-hmm. And, fortunately, though, I met some wonderful people who tried to take care of me. But,
that was difficult, though, I'm sure.
Very difficult.
I'm about to say.
And I met some people who were not so nice.
Oh.
Not so nice,
Oh,
yeah.
Just to hit on that. So it was a time in foster care or whatever that you had ended up with parents that wanted to take care of you that was not good. It was not so nice.
So not them, some people in their family.
Oh.
The foster parents were good, but some people in their family
didn't accept that, ain't like that.
Yeah, for whatever reason, and it got messy.
Okay. So
and,
moving on a little bit.
Yeah.
And growing up in the street life.
Yeah. And then back to what you were talking about earlier, alluding to the drug game. We were right in the thick of that, being in Southeast, all of that around there, and then, the Rayful Edmond era and all of that situation. You couldn't be in DC and not be affected by it one way or the other, whether you were in it, using it, selling it, whatever, or just being a byproduct of it.
It was crushing society.
Oh my goodness.
It was crushing the community.
It was literally killing us.
It was.
Yeah, and I lost many friends.
Epidemic level.
Many friends.
Yeah.
And being in the music business.
Oh yeah.
We were exposed to that. Some of our members, everybody has their past, and that you have your tidbits of innuendos, what you partake in, and what was thrown at you, whether you a seller, user, and or both. It's things that go on like that, and you wonder sometimes how did you get here?
Well, you normalize the behavior if you're watching it all the time.
Absolutely.
So this is just a regular thing. So already damage is being done because you're just walking around living in an environment of drugs, drug dealing, violence, banging, shooting guns, all this. So trauma is already setting in. And I talked about somebody the other day about distractions. Like distractions are something that you can't see. All right, if you got an object in front of you, an object is something that you can obviously see in front of you, and you can maneuver around it. Right? But a distraction is something that you can't see because obviously it's something that you either hold in value or something that you normalize or something, and you thinking that it's a good thing, but it's really a distraction. It's damaging your brain. And it's damaging how your thought process of who you might be later in life by accepting and normalizing negative behavior.
It could be subliminal.
Yeah. To get into that, and I'll allow you to share as deep as you want to go. Okay, we freestyling this thing off the dome, ladies and gentlemen. That's how we get down. So right there, is there any catapulting pivotal point of some negative thing that might have had got into your way that triggered you onto your road of success? Like where did because you hit it, you hit it somewhere and didn't stop. And you ain't look back. I don't know how long it might have took, but I want you to iterate on, is it something like that you can share with us that we can learn from maybe, possibly?
Yeah, absolutely.
Talk to me.
Talk
to the people.
It was actually a couple of things, but the main situation was I had, during that time frame that we spoke of, I was in a relationship that went crazy south. And what happened was there was a belief factor, a non-belief in me and what I wanted to do.
Okay.
So that entailed a lot of rough terrain in that relationship, where it was a lot of negativity going back and forth that was getting in my way. Speaking of distraction, getting in my way.
But you couldn't see it because you got love for this person.
You couldn't see it.
You couldn't see it. You can't see it.
You couldn't see it.
Yeah.
And it was tripping me up personally, tripping all of us up, and it was affecting my vision.
Wow.
Definitely. And you find yourself exposing yourself to things you didn't normally get into. And outside of yourself,
right?
And next thing you know, you got to reel yourself back in before it's too late.
Because you could have lost your time.
You can lose your life.
Amen.
You can lose your life, and I've seen it happen.
Right.
Yeah, self-inflicted wise.
So this was going on.
Absolutely.
And you had to make a decision. Is like what really what hit home?
What hit home was a particular day where the police was called.
Oh yeah, that's always
big fight.
That's always you get locked up.
Just for a minute. Just for a minute. They took me away and then brought me back around.
Okay.
But the point, I did get arrested, but they threw it out. But the bottom line was, it was crazy because you talking about somebody who was coming at me with weapons in their hand.
This somebody you love.
A woman. Knives. Yeah. And I'm like, yo, that was it. And that was the curtain call for me.
Okay.
I had to get up out of there, readdress my situation.
Wow.
And figure out how to get back to where I was going and get my vision back clear.
So what does that look like when you said you had to revision? Did you take a time or a second to go off? I mean, prayer? Did you go educate yourself? Like, what did you do to get yourself in line for brothers and sisters that's out there struggling with a situation similar or a domestic violence per se situation?
Yeah.
And they're ready to give up, or they're going to miss their beat. It's a distraction. It's ruining their life. What got you recentered, my brother?
You do one or two things.
Talk to me.
You either get that person away from you, or you get away from that person.
You hear it? You hear it?
Or that if it's not a person or it's a negative environment or situation, you get it away from you or you get away from it. Otherwise, you're going to be choked into those confines constantly, and you're not going to be able to breathe right and clear yourself.
Wow.
So I stepped away and then also sent that person away from me.
You had to.
And I had to regroup. And you mentioned prayer. That was always in the circle,
of course.
So where, as far as my life, anyway.
So prayer, separation, separating yourself from the trauma,
and then you finally seeing yourself, clean yourself back up, and then you get back onto your solid ground, and your feet get solid.
10 toes down.
Yeah, 10 toes down.
Yeah,
and that person's gone.
Well, to bring in off of that, as this being a faith-based show. Those seasons for a reason.
Yep.
These things that sharpen us up.
Yeah.
As in the book of Matthew, Jesus went through the 40 days and 40 nights. Me and Pastor Young had discussed this a little bit at one time, but he needed us to see what that was like going through a troubled time. He wanted to know, going through a situation and allowing it to happen, what would happen when you got to the other side. And those things that happen are you build stronger in faith. You build stronger in spirit. And then you have a testimony, or you have wisdom to be able to teach one another. So that's kind of like what you went through. You went through a season for a reason, and you use those necessities to recenter yourself. All right. So you accepted that, and you got back into it. And so you, in a sense, what I'm saying is you go through these troubled times and you get through them. And then once you do get through them, you're able to realize and see the goodness that actually came through the troubled times. And that's kind of like what you're saying. Pretty much.
And there were other things that were that had happened also in the past that we didn't get into. But when it's all jumbled up and you go from this extreme to that extreme, it's all negative.
Oh yeah.
So
I like how you putting that.
Yeah. So it's all negative. So you walk through that fire, you walk through this fire, it's heat.
It's like a domino effect.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So it all has its own temperature.
Wow.
But they build up. So the thing is, when you say, you throw the water on it, you get to recoup.
Wow.
So there it is.
So look, all right, so through all this trauma and your stuff that you were dealing with in life, one that's already rough growing up in the Southeast area, that speaks for itself.
Yeah.
Growing up in Southeast at a certain time is already normalized of a wild lifestyle.
Oh, boy.
Okay. Through all of that,
you're gonna fight.
You ran into a real situation
that
had you in a place where you was really about to miss your movement, miss your call, and miss what you was set for you.
Four different 4 different places I stayed in terms of an orphanage and foster homes. The count is 4.
Right.
And, that's new to you when you're a child. You with mom and dad or mom.
It's hard to trust anything, I'm
boom,
sure.
and you next door, you in something. You don't know these people.
Yeah, but you don't have a lot of faith in
Yeah,
people.
you don't.
You don't have a lot of faith in people, I'm sure.
Yeah.
So as my uncle weathered through all of these storms and stuff, he overcame.
Absolutely.
And as he overcame, he started to push. He got his 10 toes down, got his feet dug in, and got himself recentered, and got himself together and started pushing forward.
Right.
So through all of that trauma and through all of that negativity, let's push into the good stuff. All right, let's push into good stuff, because I'm pretty sure that a lot that you do today is the remnants of what was left over, the residue of all that trauma to push you into what you're doing now. Come on, tell them what we're doing out here.
Well,
can I drop one or you?
Well,
I'll let you go.
Well, you can do it. I can do it. Don't make no difference.
Go for it. It's you.
Well, before actually, because getting into the music, that was always in the cards as I stayed, like I said, when me and my cousin DJ Cool lived together.
Yeah.
I was acclimated then, but I was always a ball player before that.
Oh, I know that.
Next thing I know, I went away to school. I was in West Virginia, and next thing I know, I was gone for 3 years up there. And so that was a very positive time in my life.
Amen.
And I got some education, got away from home.
Yeah, that was what you needed, probably.
Right. And then when I got home, boom, our first song came out. Next thing I know.
What's that? What's the first song? What is it?
Oh, man, that was the classic, The Music Ain't Loud Enough.
The Music Ain't Loud Enough?
Yeah, from our first album.
Come on, DJ Cool.
Yeah.
Come on now.
And that was the first song I was ever on. And
do y'all know who's sitting right here beside me, man? Y'all don't even know, man. Y'all need to Google the man.
Yeah.
Coming back behind that, I'll drop one that I love the most.
Go ahead.
What's up with the Redskin? Didn't you have something to do with the Redskin song? Didn't you make a Redskin song?
Oh, absolutely.
What's the name of that? How it go? Give me the hook real quick.
Let's go Redskins.
Let's go. I seen that joint.
Yeah.
If you want to look at it, everybody, check it out. You can go on YouTube. What is it?
Oh, yeah. I'm still getting, although they took our name, I'm still getting hits off of that song, whatever, Commander Nation, but it's always, look at my wrist.
Yeah.
See what that says,
Burgundy
right?
and gold, baby. We bleed that, okay?
Redskin Nation.
Hey, we representing out here. Redskins Nation, baby.
Yeah. And
Let's go.
It is. So, but Let's Go Redskins still a classic.
Oh, yeah.
And the ones from there,
Okay, so, into the public things that you do.
Right.
I like to bring in the positive from a negative. Now, all of this negative stuff that catapults you into music, and your music is inspirational.
Right.
And you're moving out there, then you start going into positive spaces and doing your music.
Right.
You created one song that I had called Wind Up that really makes me smile. It really, really is good. And if you ain't shy, you really want to have a good time, what's the name? The name of the song is called The Mellow Slide.
That's the one.
Hey, look, this thing is going all around. The Mellow Slide is popping.
Yeah.
It's a line dancing style song, so you know how you got what's them line songs that what's that?
Like
Cha-Cha Slide.
Cha-Cha. And the classic, the electric slide.
The electric slide. So now we got the Mellow Slide. I'm gonna tell you what, it's going to be an event. It's going to be an event coming up very, very soon where you could come out yourself and watch it live, the Mellow Slide, because I will be out there doing it and grinding it. My overseer, Ed Coles, makes us do it at our events. We get out there and we rock out. Shout out to Pastor Daryl for all the times that we be doing it.
And tell him we finally got Big Daryl out on the floor to do it.
We did get Daryl out there the last time to do it. And it's also another one.
And he don't get up for nothing.
Hey, listen. Hey, the show don't stop, man. DJ Mello has so many positive things. He's got his hands tied over there at the historical Ben's Chili Bowl. These are your people. These are your, what is the affiliation with the Ben's Chili Bowl anyway? How is that? Talk about that a little bit.
I'm actually a brand ambassador with Ben's Chili Bowl. Ooh. And, I've been associated with the family for multiple years. Yeah. And so we became family to each other, this, that, and the other. Fast forwarding to give the brief version. And there were so many different things that I have done, musically speaking and entertainment-wise, that the music director, Vida Ali, would always pull me into and say, listen, I want you to do this. I need you to do this. You're our guy right now, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
So next thing you know, it became like a natural progression. Fast forward years later, I got the call.
What happened?
Well, I was sitting down the wharf.
Okay.
And,
down the wharf, huh?
Yep, down the wharf eating some crabs.
There it is, crabs, baby.
And they called me, and Kamal Ali called me and said, Mello, with the Me Too, Don't Mute DC movement going on.
Me Too, Don't Mute DC. Y'all listen up.
Yep. And, when they started to tried to get in the way of DC Go-Go and this, that, and the other. And when that movement was going on like 2 years ago, he called me. He said, "Look, man, I want us to do a song for us." He said, "You're our music guy." He said, "I just want something for around the bowl." I said, "Nah, we're gonna do that. We're gonna do this and make it right.
Okay.
And make it a hit song and do like we do."
Okay.
And next thing you know, here's the new song, the Real DC Go-Go and Benz.
Hey, the Real DC Go-Go and Benz Chili Bowl. Y'all gotta check it out. It's rocked out. If you like the good old DC Go-Go that originated straight from home, you go on there and check out the Benz Chili Bowl. If you ain't from DC, if you was from DC and you ain't heard the Benz Chili Bowl song from DJ Mello and Ben's Benz Chili Bowl and got some food, then you ain't from the district, bro. You ain't from Chocolate City.
I gotta tell you this since we right here.
Talk to me.
Real quick. Being in the area where we are right now, in this area, you know, the Coppin State, Baltimore area. Yeah. When we finished that song, we actually performed it at the new casino here.
Was it live?
No.
It was Maryland Live?
The Luck, the new one. The new casino. That
MGM?
No, the new one here in B-More.
Oh, they got one in B-More. I don't know much about
the Luck
casino.
Call it Luck something, whatever. Anyway, we premiered a brand new Ben's Chili Bowl in the new casino.
Oh, y'all bringing it up to Baltimore?
No, it's already there.
Oh, wow.
And we put it there, and as we did that, I performed that new song.
Man.
And then the country got shut down by COVID.
Ouch.
Yeah.
Ouch. So it's in the making still.
That's already was done.
Well, that is done. So as things start to progress back open and we can get this pandemic under control, I'm pretty sure the Ben's Chili Bowl up in B-More, right?
Well, they took it away now.
Oh, they took it away now.
Yeah, it's not in B-More
It'll
anymore,
probably be back, man. Listen, all the
I cannot think of the name of that casino. The new one in here in B-More.
I want to give prayers out to all businesses that had went down during the COVID pandemic that's still actually reaping the aftermath of the pandemic. Sending out prayers to y'all. Keep your hopes up. Don't stop grinding. You obviously did what you had to do to get it, and you can do what you got to do again to get it back up and running. So don't ever give up, ladies and gentlemen.
Absolutely.
We come with these stories about how light can shine from the dark. All the great things. DJ Mello, you got any upcoming events? Matter of fact, I do know on October 27th, if I ain't caught word, that you might be able to be dropping a Halloween Mellow Slide closeout at an event that Gary Clark and Pep Rally for the Peace in the Streets is coming up with.
At the Miracle Theater, yeah.
At the Miracle Theater? So listen up.
Southeast.
Southeast at the Miracle Theater, October 27th. Not sure about the time, but a community advocate that will be coming on the show in the near future. Gary Clark with Pep Rally Peace in the Streets will be having a October 27th, I believe, a Thursday night Halloween style, because he don't represent Halloween as a Christian brother, right? So he kind of bringing a twist. And he builds a positive space. And my uncle
he does something real cool, you know, twisted like
Uncle Mello will be closing out with the Mellow Slide. Listen, y'all need to come out there and join us, because man, it's really, really catchy and it's really fun, family oriented. So bring the children. This is what I'm talking about, y'all.
Yeah, that's October.
People that come from a dark area, come from a dark space, but come back. Oh, the Horseshoe.
It was the Horseshoe.
Bingo. Thank you. Shout out to Pastor Young.
Thank you, Pastor.
Coming from the cut from right field.
It was the Horseshoe Casino.
The Horseshoe Casino.
Yeah.
So he dropped that live at the Ben's Chili Bowl. So you already see the Ben's Chili Bowl tried to migrate up north, and because of COVID, it shut that down. So those future endeavors are probably definitely going to be brewing. So that Taste of DC will be moving all around. With that being said, back to what it was.
Right.
All these negative things that happen in life, from stories from previous shows and your early childhood trauma, from foster care to domestic violence to growing up in the 80s with the drug pandemic.
Yep.
All of that still inspired you to come back.
It's a journey.
It comes back and it comes full circle, because guess what? All power and all victory goes to the higher power, Jesus Christ.
Absolutely.
He delivers my brother out of his situations. He resets it 10 toes down, and he's pushing now, making positive music, positive spaces. Come on, man. Don't tell me this ain't it. The light can shine from the dark, ladies and gentlemen.
And I gotta tell you this, by you saying that, I always figure something out. I didn't figure it out, but then I always realized it before I knew it.
Yeah.
Even in those dark situations, this is why I give God the glory.
Come on, give it to him.
Because he would always send somebody to my rescue.
He always gives his children a way out.
Even when I was in the foster homes and that orphanage.
Yeah.
If somebody was trying to do evil to me, an authoritative figure
Wow.
will come out of nowhere and check them.
Shut that down.
It always happens.
And why was you being protected like that? Because why? Because you believe in that good Lord.
Absolutely.
That high power
Yeah.
Christ, you hear me?
Except for the times when I did actually fist fight.
Oh,
But,
yeah, hey, don't spare the rod, don't spare the rod. You hear me? Don't spare the rod. You know,
Yeah.
you can't get no passes.
Yeah.
But we're gonna start closing this thing up here in a few minutes, and as we do, I'd like for you to give out a bunch of shout outs to the crew. I need some contact information. How can everybody get a hold of DJ Mellow T? How can they see the music? How can they get it all? Y'all got to, man, get it, man. Come on, support your people, man. Let's go.
Oh, everything is all over the place from Spotify,
Yeah.
iTunes.
Yeah. What's your IG tag?
Amazon Music. I'm definitely gonna get you that. DJ Mellow T, IG, DJ Mellow T, 2 Facebook accounts, 3, and Cedric Curtis, all 3 accounts.
Yeah.
Facebook,
All the music is there?
Twitter,
Okay.
YouTube.
YouTube.
Definitely YouTube, DJ Mellow T, and
Subscribe to my uncle's information.
YouTube. I'm leaving somebody out. Twitter. I said Twitter.
Yeah.
Oh, TikTok.
So it sounds like all
All of
social
that.
media platforms, man, you can reach out and get to DJ Mellow T. Or you
yeah.
can just hit me up on my DM and I can get you over there to him. You know, I don't know much about how his operation and business works, but if you want him to come out and deliver,
Jelani Locks Entertainment, my manager.
there he is, his manager right there. Get in touch with Jelani Locks and he can maybe have DJ Mellow T come out and perform the Mellow Slide right there at your event.
Oh, we'll do it.
You hear me? Positive Spaces are coming.
Yeah, we'll do it.
I want to give a shout out because Overseer Ann Coles and Kingdom Life Outreach Ministries, my man Pastor Young, J Baptist Flame, Apocalypse Rich. I got to give y'all shout outs for y'all information.
But I want to
learned
give a
so
shout out
much.
to this show.
Come on, give a shout out. Sanji over here, Coyote Man, Kojo, the whole What's Up With That crew, Truth Not Tradition. We out here grinding for God, y'all. We creating positive spaces. Hope y'all can see the power of God out here, man, because it's real. It ain't no game. It's serious. You gotta get on the right team and on the right side, because if you don't, you're gonna lose yourself. We creating the information. We putting it out here. Share the information. Interact with one another. This is very, very important. What you're gonna do with the information if you don't get it out there. It's the BS movement. We're breaking the silence. We're opening our mouths. We're speaking about it. Talk to him, DJ.
And I got to give you a shout out, my brother, my
Oh.
nephew, because of the great things you're doing in the community every week, all week that I've been watching.
All him.
And I know a lot of people doing it.
All him.
And I know it's through the power of the good Lord.
Yeah.
And moving through you. I
Amen.
got it. But you still got to be a lieutenant to follow it.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So I got it. And you got to get those props.
Man,
'Cause
I
I'm
thank
telling
you.
you, love you for that.
I love you too.
And the brothers I met today,
Yeah.
Pastor,
Yeah.
and my other brother I ran into,
Pastor as
my
well.
main man.
Oh, yeah, they
the
know
other
each other.
pastor.
See how God
Yeah,
works?
And I know him through Big Mike,
Yeah. So,
Northeast.
we'll give him the rundown.
Yeah,
Hey,
and,
it's your boy,
love
Unorthodox
this
Style.
platform.
Yeah, let's go. You love this junk.
Yeah.
Hey, Unorthodox Style Street Minister King Kali, always grinding for God. What's up with that? Truth Not Tradition. It's the community outreach segment. It's my uncle, DJ Mellow T. I hope y'all love the information. I hope this is inspiration and restoring hope in the hearts of those that are lost about Jesus Christ, the all-powerful, baby. He's winning every time. You hear me? He's winning every time. Let's go.
I got one last question. What's up with that?
Yeah, what's up with that? Truth Not Tradition. See y'all next week, 8:15, the community outreach segment. DJ Mellow T. We in the building, baby. Let's go. Shit.